Wait, I gotta get this, He came to class with duct tape on his wrist.
Yeah, man. Improvise, adapt, and all the time.
Now, in a gi, you've got lots of things that you can grab onto, like the belt, lapel, trousers, etc. In no gi, obviously, it's a bit different because you've got that. But all we're going to do to begin with is we're going to talk about how I can make him do what I want from being on top. So, if I've got Adam here and he looks to escape, goes for his escape, whatever. It's about how do I make sure that I tire him out and only give him the opportunity that I want him to take. So I lull him into my submission. Okay? So all we're going to do to begin with, we're going to work for partners, we're going to grab onto the belt, see as we're in gi, and our partner on the bottom is going to try and escape. Go, let's go, Adam. So what I want you to do to begin with, work on top. Person on the bottom is just going to be moving around to begin with. So you're going to get used to staying on top. So going on, going on. We're just going to work with him. So we keep control all the time. Make sure he's not trying too hard, but we're getting used to moving and retaining control. Phase 1. Phase 2, still with a minimal amount of effort, Adam's going to try and recover guard if he gets an opportunity, rather than work with me as much. So here, he gets that book, he's just trying to recover his guard. Okay, fine, reset. I know that he walks around this way, so next time, go again. I think I'm not letting him get my leg that time now, I'm aware of it. Okay? Then phase 3, it's going to be all out, as in, this guy's going to try his hardest to recover his guard, we're going to try our hardest to prevent him recovering the guard. Yeah? That's it to begin with. And then at the end, we're going to do a few techniques off of this position. Alright? So, a couple of tips on what type of grips we can take. We can go inside the arms, grab the belt. We can go under the arms and grab the gi, which is always a nice one, because then you can step up into that, these back takes, or you can do a combination of all. That you're in this position here. One arm under, one arm over. Maybe we've got both under, maybe not. Make sure that you have a good balance between keeping your weight driving through your opponent and yourself. If I'm thinking I'm going to hold Adam down like this, all my weight is through my knees, there's literally nothing for him to do. It's going to be near impossible, even if I hold on to him as tight as I can, because my weight is all backwards. So you have to think, okay, where's my weight now? I go forward, now go out. It's much harder. There's much more pressure. My knees are barely on the floor. Because I want him to feel the weight of me, I want him to be tired. Yeah? Easy as that to begin with. Final partners to go. Hands up. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Hey, will you? I'm in my north-south position. I've got my arms to the side. I have to remember that I'm in charge on top. I'm the boss. I'm going to set my submission up. But I have to think that he's going where he wants to go. So he has to think that he's got an escape plan and something that's going to work. So I always start by overwrapping one arm when I'm in this north-south. If I overwrap this one arm, he's only got one way he can escape really. If he goes to turn away from me, I've got his arm here, right? I step over his head, and so I turn it to arm bar, we can turn it to Kimura depending on how you catch it. And he'll know that because he'll feel this arm. If he's any good, he'll feel that this arm is isolated. So what he'll do instead is go, okay, well I've got to go that way. So he'll turn into me and start to get to his knees. If he gets to his knees, I'm going to shoot my hand through on the back of his head, do my cut, fall him over, and go into this Darce and a gi situation. Okay? But before we get there, I want to show you what I would do first. I would do that first in no gi. what I would do first in a gi is different, okay? So ignore what you did last time for now, and think this is a gi-based setup now. The setup's the same though, that's the beauty of it, right? So we're in here, arm comes around the back, and in no gi, obviously, we just kind of clamp nice and tight. In gi, I'm going to use this to my advantage, so I'm going to put my fingers, all four of them, in the back of his collar. You know right where the label is? The label's at the top. So I'm under his arm, I'm going to put my fingers in the back of his collar. So if Adam sits up, you can all see how my hand is? In the back of his collar. Yeah? That's how we're going to be. So I'm in north-south, hands are in, bring one hand, put it in the back of his collar. My other hand, I'm going to start to keep my pressure in. My other hand's just going to slide, I'm only a thumb away. So my right hand will come out and I'll slip the thumb in the collar on the opposite side. If you spin around there. You see, look, I just slip the thumb in the collar on the opposite side. Still watch, I've gone from this control position to here. Now this is where I've got to switch up. I've got to make sure I get a good grip. Come in and cut through. So I know immediately now, as soon as my weight goes off, stuff comes off. So we're in here, nice control, we're moving around still, thumb comes in. At this point I can't go down. I have to go up because I need to get my chest out of the way. I have to get my chest out of the way so I can get my elbow in that space that I leave behind. So here, get that out of the way, elbow in the space that I've left behind. I've got it locked in, weight off, subs on. Easy? Yeah? We all good then, yeah? Anyone want to see it one more time?
Yeah.
Then move and get to a better vantage point. Or I can't see it that way. North-south. Balls in his face, no problem. Hand goes round, fingers go into the back, right round by his label. I'm still holding at this point. He's moving around. I might take my hand out, preparing myself and keeping him here. Thumb comes in. My chest's in the way. So I use my toes. Remember, my toes are not dead. My feet are not dead. My toes are active, ready. I come up, move that way, come down. As soon as I drop my weight, pressure comes on. You don't want your weight to go through your knees. You want your weight to be dropped but through your toes. So your weight is going through your toes and then through the actual arm into the choke. All good? Hands up, 1, 2, 3.
Wait, I gotta get this. He came to class with duct tape on his wrist.
Yeah, man. Improvise, adapt, and overcome.
All of this is the same here, right? Maybe I'll bring my arm out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to, remember, he wants to escape away. But he go to escape away. He can't because I've got this grip too much. So he's going to come towards me. He's going to turn up. So what I have to do is, you see how I've got this grip? I have to, as he comes in, I want this arm to come in. So I don't fight this to high heaven. Because if I fight this to high heaven, how can I Darce him? Yeah, so you have to be thinking ahead. So I have him in the back. I want to Darce him, or he's coming to turtle. So he goes to turtle. I'm moving out of the way. See how I'm moving out of the way? He's going to come up, get up turtle. I let my bottom hand come out so I can go back through again and grab the back of his neck. In this instance, he's got all the way up. So what I'm going to do is the old faithful. What I'm going to do is the old faithful is I'm going to connect my hands and I'm going to cut his head underneath him. So just twist it so he drops down. You see how he drops? At this point, I immediately lock my hand into this Darce position. And then I'll walk round, fall onto my side and finish the Darce. But it's all in the setup. It's literally all in the setup. I'm here, I've got the grip setup that we just used, yeah, that's what I've got. But this time, perhaps on the side I think, oh shit, I can't get it now, because look, he is on this side. All I'm going to do is relieve my fingers. He pulls his arm out to get to the turtle, look. and I connect my hands. I've hardly moved. You can see I've hardly moved. Cut over, make sure I cut into the knee. Note he's gone onto his back this time. So when he goes into the back, normally I'd finish straight and try and finish this way. If I can't, then fall on my side and walk around. You'll definitely get it. If he's on his side, I don't go back. If he's on his side, I immediately come close towards his head. Sorry, tap before I could even get a chance to throw the leg. It is harder in the gi, there's no two ways about it, but it can be done. Especially if you've got like skinny arms, Harris, Kobe, Zane, Jacob, these are
Harris the same
no, long thin arms, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not disrespecting anyone, long thin arms. Everyone takes it as a slight, innit? Oh, I don't want to be able to do this because I've got guns. So, scissor, cut, bring them over, hand through, finish the Darce. You should all know Darce now, yeah? All good? Hands up, 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Hand to your top off. Yeah?
You managed to strip him.
If you managed to strip him. Everyone needs to understand, right? So you can see the mechanics and there's not geese in the way, basically. Right, so look. I'm in this position. I have my fingers in Adam's jacket, which isn't there, right? I have my fingers in the jacket. I'm going to do my pattern with very cut up, but he knows, and he's like, nah, you ain't having it. So he comes up, and look, you see the difference what I've just done? This bit here is clean. This bit here, look, remember, I'm in control of this move. That's what you've got to get your head set into. I'm in control of this move. I want him to turn into me. He can't turn away because I'm blocking his path because I've got his arm tied. So his only way is to start to turn into me. So as soon as he turns into me, I'll make it seem like it's an easy option. So look, he's turning in. My bottom arm just sneaks straight through. Kieron goes turtle. Look, can you see? He's come through into that position. I just connect my hands, chop him over again. As I chop him over, I get tighter. I link up, come round. Oh. Okay. The point I'm making is you're in control. You give them the space that you want them to expose, but really it's manipulation. We are manipulating them into thinking that they're going to escape. So it's an easy path. They take the easy path. We all do in life, right? In, controlled. Come on, he's taking the easy path, brilliant. I might just keep him on top, let him have his arm. Take that arm through, I'm through. My hands are connected. If he's up to his knees, I have to do the cut down. Hands connected, chop, send him back down again. I'm using my belly and my chest to make sure his arm comes in close. Shoot through, hand up, chin on top of my hands, come through, say a nice hand down. And then just tight. You can see it easy with your top off, right? Try it a couple of times with your top off, then put your top back on again. Hands up, 1, 2, 3.
Bad man.